Hello there, overpowered tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play X Division Xenonauts with me, BlueAnkylo. We've got some Mark IV antimatter rifles, not all of them, and some Mark IV pistols, and a Mark IV minigun, and a Mark IV cannon. That's just the normal stuff for now, not a whole lot else. We're in the process of building our final set of antimatter weapons for the moment, and then I'll get on to some of the other things I've queued up. And I was thinking about it, like, I think I'm going to try to make one of my power armor guys, like, pulse weapons are like phase 3. So I'm going to try to make a setup with phase 4 heavy weapons that, like, you know, the audio just died, didn't it? Hold on. Okay, the audio should be back. So, well, the game will be crashed now, but what I want to try, or what I want to test maybe, is like a sonic cannon, which is AoE maybe decent, I don't know. And then like a rail heavy, because I think of all the heavy weapons, the rail heavy is probably the best. Now that might be the best of a pile of turds, but it's the best one. So we'll test it out, see if it's passable, and then if it sucks, we'll just replace it with a rail minigun or something, because, you know, that'll do. But there's not a lot of good heavy weapons other than miniguns generally. So we'll try the top of the line cannon and heavy. The reason I don't think the sonic heavy is very good is it's 70% time units to shoot instead of 45%. So it's really hard to shoot. Why make yourself miserable? It's just for science. I like to show things off. You know, I've talked about this many times. Also, we're taking the mech, don't worry. I really prefer to show off, even if there's suboptimal strats, I like showing off all that a game has. So, if we skipped out on all the sonic weapons, I would feel like we just skipped out an entire tech. And while we might not use them long term, I would like to at least demonstrate them, and sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes I read the weapon stats page and go, this is garbage. And then I try them out in practice, I'm like, oh, okay, it's actually pretty good. That's actually how I found out the AP tank cannons were good. Like, on paper, the tank cannons, the AP cannons, weren't all that amazing. And then I started using them. And they are the best. Oh, look at this big boy. Look at this big boy. This is some Metal Gear stuff here tonight. Alright, the good news is I didn't overburden anybody, so this should be a fairly quick setup mission. Not a lot to really mess with. I didn't really bring a lot of backup stuff in general, as you can tell. It should be okay, though. We've done enough super difficult missions. It's kind of nice to have a less difficult mission. I mean, I'd like to still bring some, like, rail shotguns, seeing as they're pretty good. A weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Oh, boy. You got some high hopes for this mech. Oh, I never built... I don't remember what weapon I gave it. Did I give it... I don't think I upgraded the weapon. Oops. This is not the final form of the mech. I don't think I gave it the Enforcer energy yet, or maybe I did, but I forgot. It's possible. Anyway, we've got super armor, super weapons, super mech. Let's go stomp over some Sizen punks. Nothing to worry about, right? I did give him the energy one? Okay, thanks. Thanks for checking on me. Oh boy, look at the AoE on that. Gotta be real careful with that gun. Okay, well that's a nice wall. The reason it's nice is it gives me a lot of room to move out on the first turn. We got an army base. At this point, we're invincible, right? We can play like we're invincible. You'll be safe behind those cactuses. Or cacti. That's a lot of civilians for us to probably get killed. Why don't we plan on going through this wall? Ah, there's some tanks. Let's just pick one of those up. Alright, well, we actually didn't find any enemies on the turn 1. You know, it's only a medium mission, so this is you know, easy compared to some of the stuff we've been doing recently. These cacti are definitely in the way, though. There we go. No problem. They're crimping my style. So much more effective sniping positions if you can stand on the corner. Alright. These guys moving up. There are wraiths. So we should expect some fun wraith stuff. We might want... Maybe I should have helped the mech get out. I don't know. Do you think the mech needs a little bit of help getting out? Yeah, the mech cannot get out at all on his own. Okay, hold on. Oh, right. I forgot. Antimatter Mark IV is scary. Ineffective. Okay, we're not going to get out that way. Sorry, mech. We'll help you out next turn. He's got no way to get out. He's too big for the drop pods. Okay, well, the soldiers are all dead. The civilians are all dead. What could I have done? I rushed out, like, almost as fast as I could. Like, half of them are already dead. Yeah, the Antimatter Cannon Mark IV might actually be less useful just because of how dangerous it is to our own troops. But we'll see. It's unfortunate that the civilians and the soldiers were outside, not in cover, but the aliens were inside in cover already. It's a little bit weird. It's not a terror mission, who cares? Aw, don't be so cold. Okay, we're not doing very good at opening these doors. Anyway, that should be enough for the mech to get out. Nope. Nope. Just nope. Will the mech ever manage to escape the home base? Maybe next turn. It's looking good for next turn. It's a big fatty mech, for sure. Alright, let's do some more scouting. We know there's stuff back there, in there. Well. You know, it's not the best grenade throw, but let's try it. Well, we found something. There was a wraith upstairs. Sneaky. They're always sneaking around like that. Now, I wasted all my good shots over here. Maybe from the corner? Ah, yeah. Alright, this is only a Mark III antimatter. Still good enough for wraiths. Do a little bit of scouting back here with Blood Angel. Some soldiers hanging around. Another kind of, not dead end per se, but, you know, isolated area. I mean, I assume there's wraiths behind us at every second. I didn't make like a wraith counter or nothing smart. But seeing as I really want the mech to get some action, we're going to slow it down. Now, the soldiers should have access to rail and sonic weapons themselves at this point. So they should be doing okay if they get a turn to fire. Just walking through walls there. So we got one dude over there. I wonder... Well, how do you feel about this? Well, the first... The first shot killed him. So the extra might have been a little overkill. But that was cool. Blue antimatter. Should have known it would be blue for the final phase. I hope. So the mech is much faster than the tank. He's got that going for him. I think he can see a fair bit farther too. Now the xenomorphs are coming, so we'll just probably end up shooting ourselves in the foot, but we'll just overwatch the xenomorphs. It never works. There's probably wraiths right behind us, you know. I want that mech up there. Got to see the mech weapon. There's no kill like overkill. Yeah, I mean, this is why we really cheated in the extra anti-cores, just to have some fun in the end game. It's time for Xenonauts to become overpowered. We put in our hours. We worked hard. It's time for that promotion. We've earned it. All right, let's see if we can get vision on this guy over on the left, and that maybe the mech will just crush him. Ah, that guy. Well, hello. Welcome to Mech 101. Well, he did. What about the guy over here? Now, there's definitely some danger. If we shoot something that blows up near the mech, we can kill the mech. But we're going to science this out for you guys at home. Looks fine. Come on, Thornum. You got to admit this is pretty sweet. I love the AP cannons, but come on, this is up there. It's still very expensive. It's 3 Devastators, but it's pretty darn awesome. I know you guys love the AP cannons. I love them too. But have you heard of Ultimate Mech? Just let the mech handle it. I want to see the mech do more work. It's got more armor than the Devastator. With actually tanky enemies? Well, the Seisons have a lot of shields. Now, sure, the AP cannon tends to go right through them, but that's a good Overwatch. Boom! I know, this is an easy mission. Thanks, Runes. The soldier scared him off. But yeah, we've been going for so long, right? We just gotta have a little bit of fun. Get some big guns. Wrap this game up a little. Now, did we ever kill that? No, we did not kill the facehuggers. It's right there. So much better at finding facehuggers these days. Alright. That's just a Praetorian? Oh, look! I swear that guy's got a different color hat than usual. Is that the same? Do Psionic Seisons always look like that, or is he different? He could be different. Hmm. $72 damage. Wait a second. These are supposed to do 140. What a bad roll. Ooh, that's a lot of smoke in the way. Well, we got him a couple times. He'll probably just regenerate. Alright, we gotta move some people up a little. Or we just wait with reaction fire. He's just standing in a shadow? Okay. Audio glitched out again. What a weird night. Audio. You know, I didn't close Discord this evening. Maybe it's Discord. It seems like it glitches out for any reason these days, but it seems to glitch out more when Discord is open, maybe. Oh, we can't open these? I mean, you can always open anything if you try hard enough. Amazing shooting. And there's a civilian there, so I can't even get through. Cool, cool. Alright, you guys get up there. Quit messing around. Power armor, go. I give you the big armor. Tired of you sitting around being lazy. Okay, one psionic and one praetorian's not going to kill nobody. Probably. Oh, I missed a... Actually, there's just a lot of xenomorphs on this one. Because I'm pretty sure we killed 2. That's the 3rd one. 3 facehuggers is kind of crazy. You know, for a relatively small ship. Nice. I think when you've got the Guardian armor, and there's nowhere in the shadows easy for them to find, they just end up teleporting in front of you like that, because there's no good spot that they can figure out. Yeah, that'll work. A 5th facehugger. 4th facehugger. Well, I have to admit the soldiers with their rail weapons are not doing super effective shots. They're getting Overwatch shots, but they're not actually hitting the things they need to hit. They've probably got, like, baseline, you know, untrained soldier stats that we would get. Well, hi. I guess we're lucky they're relatively exposed and easy to shoot. Now this guy, there's what? A drone and a Praetorian. $41 to fire. We won't pass through the acid. Even though the acid can't hurt the tank as far as I know. So we've got to do this the slow way. But, let's say hello to the guys at the front door. I like it. Let's try Antimatter Mark IV cannon. Damage is acceptable. Sure, he has a shield blocking some shots. Alright. I should really be focusing on the Mark IV guys, just to see how they do. Got to see some more super explosions from this thing. Some more super shots from the big antimatter cannon. Oh! The audio again! What is open that's causing all these audio problems? I just closed Discord. Wow. I wish I knew. I really, really wish I could figure it out. As far as I know, it's just Windows being Windows. Alright, don't forget about this guy, though. It could be Xenonauts. Have we had the audio glitch out during any of the Final Fantasy runs? I don't think we have. Any of you, whatever you call yourselves, your long-term dedicated tubers. Did you notice any FF? Yeah, I don't think I've seen any. I don't remember any FF. Well, I guess I forgot about the Wraith standing out in the open. I just said, I just called him out, and I still miss him. Yeah, thanks. So it's interesting to know that Tier 4 Xenomorphs being exploded still deals damage, even to Devastator armor, with the relatively, I mean, crazily high chemical protection, really. They're still taking like 25 damage from a single Xeno. Definitely more than I was expecting. Those guns are good. You know what else is good? Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much sold here. The mech is strong. The Xenomorphs might have a lot of mitigation. That's possible. The chemical damage might just be ignoring armor. Kind of rude, but that'd make sense. 25, but armor piercing like our antimatter. So it just always does 25. Yeah, I can see that. Just gonna let the tank, or the mech, clear out the front door. There's another Wraith behind us. So many Wraiths. Counts as chem, but yeah. I guess it makes your chemical armor stat even less important. Because what does chemical armor actually protect you against now? Maybe the chemicals on the ground? Hello? I've come to give you greetings. You can't really fire in there safely, but I love the fact that he can still get inside the UFO. Just charges right in there. Yeah, hybrid blood weapons. That's about it. It just means the chemical stat isn't very good, because a lot of the things you would want the chemical armor to protect you against, it doesn't really do much. Yeah, YouTube's a little slow today. I don't think it did a very good job notifying people tonight. Some days YouTube does a lot better at telling people we're live. I have an idea of what's going on, but I don't know if there's much I can change. I'm pretty sure if I do the new Creator Studio going live, it tells more people. But then a lot of people get double notifications rather than just single notifications. So who knows? YouTube's YouTube. Oh, hi there. I see I missed one. Just playing quick and all, no big surprise. Well, of course that hit his shield. There we go. You know, if I got shot in the side from even one tile diagonal rather than directly forward, I know it says like 45% you get blocked, but I would never block 5 in a row. That's XCOM numbers there. Take that. I didn't even... Yeah, I meant to do that. I was just going for the suppression, but hey. Why suppress when you can blow things up? Yes, come closer. Alright. Super Mech. We gotta come up with a good name for him. This guy's so dead. He's not dead at all. I guess his shield must have blocked the damage or something. Shields should not be able to express. I don't like the fact that they can block explosive damage. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, I understand it. That's how it works. Maybe it's coded that way in the base game, but I don't think they should work that way. That rail minigun is also pretty... I haven't had a lot of time to talk about the rail minigun yet, but it is really strong. Like, don't count it out. It does do more DPS than the antimatter minigun. It just does kinetic damage and has to chew through some armor sometimes. Things with low armor, the railgun, the antimatter railgun is surely the strongest weapon. And it's probably the strongest weapon that can also suppress. Sometimes suppressing is pretty good too. Unfortunately, a lot of the tough enemies are mostly immune to it, like the Androns, the Xenomorphs. Even the Terror Troopers are nearly immune to suppression. I don't know. They seem to have a ton of resistance to it. Oh, there was two back there? I blew one up, but there was still somebody hiding. This is what we get for not checking behind the UFO. Alright, but this time... just to be a little different. Maximum carnage incoming. Colonel Hades. This is so overkill. So much blue smoke. I love it. So much blue. That weapon's gonna get somebody killed, though. Mark my words. Before the end of the series, antimatter cannon Mark Floor blows up like 3 people. Just doing a quick scout. I might not even move everyone into the UFO this time around, just because, you know, these guys are pretty strong. Just send the minimum crew, all the power armor. You know, 1 shield guy and 2 power armor on each side. That's probably fine. A bit lazy. Now, these bridges are always a little bit tricky. Depends on how much stuff there is back here. If there's just an operator, then it's not that big a deal. It's all these side ambushes that get you. Hey there, Luke. Yeah, the mech's pretty cool. There they are. We got a super mech. Ultimate mech. Here you go. It's pretty good. Just destroy everything. Not even halfway through his ammo. Yeah, I like him. He's not... I don't know exactly how he competes against the... you know, the power of the Devastator tank with the AP cannons. The AP cannons are really good, but... he seems pretty fun. Alright, so next turn we're gonna go kill those guys behind, you know, hiding in the bridge there. There's Operator and a couple other guys. Should be easy enough. This gun's pretty awesome, too. This is the, whatchamacallit, Mark IV antimatter cannon. Just insane area of effect damage. The weapons are pretty cool. I'm happy to see them. Alright, now, all we gotta do is clean up the last couple rooms, or the last single room. We'll let the shield guys take some hits, I suppose. You know, I should... Hold on. Knock it off. Stop it. One thing I keep saying I'll test. I never actually test out these green grenades. I've had them for a while, but I don't know if I've ever used them. They're kind of hard to get normally. So I feel like they've got to be really good before I like them. But let's give them a try. It's been a long time since we went chemical grenade. Chemical warfare was a great time earlier on in the series. Let's see how it works. It works! Tier 4 chemical grenades are still very strong. Don't listen to me when I tell you they're weak. I don't get enough of them naturally, so I never know what good time to use them. But yeah, I mean, that did a ton of damage and killed them. So, good. Chemical grenades still strong. I just wish they weren't quite as hard to get. That's really the only difference. But yeah, nice little mission. And nothing really important. Just a fun little mission to test out some new stuff. I love testing out new toys. Thanks chat for the GGs. I'm not sure I deserve it, but... I guess for the future tubers, we'll probably make a break here pretty soon. We can do a little bit more construction before that. Maybe what I'll do before I make a break is I'll try to spawn an extreme cargo ship for the next wave. I don't know how difficult it will be, but it's the only current tier UFO we haven't seen yet. Did I stop B team? Classic item hoarding. Yeah, there's some of that for sure. They are really rare though. Like you can only get hybrid grenades from motherships. Terror mothership missions, maybe? And not Andron ones, so only like civilian and Sizen ones. And I think we only got like maybe 3 of these so far, 3 or 4 of them total. So it's like they're really rare, and although you get a lot of grenades per hybrid grenade, they're so limited. They have to be really good to be used, and if they're really good, then yeah, you want to wait for later, of course. I was supposed to be building aircraft in B team. Like this Archelon. Look at him. Look at this spiffy guy. Alright, so we're going to send... Where do we want a squad of Archelons? I have no idea if they're ever going to be useful. We could have a squad of them at A team and just move the Lotuses. Because it's kind of like upgraded Lotuses. I don't even know where I want the Lotuses. I'm just sending them South Africa because it's close by. And this just gets it going so I can figure it out later. Okay, we're going to need to build... I'm going to build one more Archelon. I'll build the weapons for it first. And then ship it over. Ship the... Yeah, move them all. Can't reload them. Can't move them while they're reloading sometimes. It's kind of weird. There's like a threshold of reloading you have to get to before you can transfer. Well, that didn't take very long. Should I try to get... Man, the aliens get really brutal with the waves. I was gonna say, like, I wanted to try to spawn an extreme cargo ship, but right now I just want to finish building some of the stuff I'm trying to build. Instead, I don't get any time at all. This is definitely where I'm like, maybe I should turn on the even easier air game, because it just gets really frustrating for me trying to manage all these ships. Like, this is how it's supposed to go in the end game, I understand, but it's supposed to force you to finish the game, you know? I tried, didn't work. So, contrails with old weapons, not very good against heavy interceptors. Just do it. Well, there's probably going to be like 50 more alien UFO waves before we get to the final objective. Let's be honest here. There's a lot more aliens on the way. I can't just fight out every air game. Okay, we've got to be a little bit tricky here because we've got a dreadnought shooting at us and 2 different weapons, which is less than ideal. See, guys, we microed it. And then I rolled way too far sideways. Way, way too far. That was not the one I meant to roll, but we got him anyway. Perfect. Totally know what I'm doing. Air game. Yeah. I think my problem with the air game is just that it gets very tedious as you get more and more UFO waves. And it does get to the point where you have to spend a lot of time not just learning how to do it, but like even just to not die. Like, you've got to do these pretty smart. Now, our aircraft, you know, they get healed up pretty quick and all that. But the slower invasion, yeah, that might be part of the problem, I suppose. But then this stuff happens. What are you doing? What was... The game is making a very... The game is making a very solid argument for turning off the air game entirely at this rate. The first one that got shot down was way off the map. The second one was supposed to escape and then didn't, and then turned around after I closed my eyes because the first one, I don't know what it did. So that's like, you know, yeah. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Is the game glitching out? Air controls are always weird. That's why I pause all the time. The responsiveness is a bit weird when you're exiting. Hey, we caught him. Sweet. Another mothership trying to build a base. Oh, that's right. More UFOs because of the base. I gotta shoot. I gotta take care of that fairly soon. That does make some sense. I'm gonna try not to get killed by the missiles. You know, we don't have any anti-missile tech on this, so... Shuttles are so dumb. This is like the best weapon for shuttles. If you can get them to follow along beside you, the AI is not smart enough to realize you outrange them. So, yeah. There you go. No reason to worry about getting killed if you just barrel roll off the map, right? Okay, we know we can take Dreadnoughts down with Furies, right? I've done this many times. Just don't get hit. Nope, never mind. Those are too fast. The Terror Dreadnoughts, you can dodge them, but... Super. Yep, air games, super. So many ships are just impossible against so many other UFOs. I need to make like a spreadsheet of what kind of ships I can send against every specific alien ship. It's the only way I'll ever figure it out. And the worst part is, like, it feels like I used to know, but then I took a couple days off and now I'm like, I don't remember anymore. Let's see if the Lotuses can even hit it. I just don't want more bases. Sure, we did like 40% damage. We just have to suicide every one of our jets. Like, it's gonna start building a base any second. You can just, you know. It definitely feels like it's like cyclones or bust. Well, we've almost got him down, but this is still not enough. So we need, like... Is there anything other than cyclones that can really go up against a mothership safely? It kind of feels like maybe not. I actually have a triple monitor set up, Luke. Yeah. Well, one's a TV, but I'll use it for my OBS, like, what's going on. And I've got the game on one and the chat on number 2. This is not looking great. Just finish him off, come on. No bases, please. Ooh, we dodged it. Hey, Archelon got a kill. Maybe the Archelons can handle motherships. Who knows? They're faster than Lotuses. Alright. Another wave dealt with. But yeah, the air game's getting a little bit overwhelming. This is sort of what happened to me on my first run, except it was worse. It's just so many attacks by the aliens, like every couple days, another gigantic wave. And it gets really hard to take care of them all. And they start building bases and it just gets worse and worse. Alright, B team, you're gonna build me... We do have some fallen interceptors by now. Just the 2. I'd like to have like 6, and we can start making squads of them. Maybe. We could upgrade some of our Furies to Merlins. That's pretty cool. What I'll do is I'll make another set of contrails, because I think the interceptor game is still... I mean, the bomber game we're not doing very well on either, but... You know. We'll see. Hey, look, a bunch of money. So what I'm going to be doing here is replacing, like, the Soviet Union ones. But the old weapons suck anyway, so we need to build a new aircraft and better cannons. And the particle cannons are by far the best, but, you know, resources. Of course, we have to do it all in order properly. I wish you could just transfer them after equipping them. There would be a lot less clicks to just move stuff around. Alright, Soviet Union planes starting to get decommissioned. It does not, you know, you really can build these pretty quickly. It's not even a huge problem. We're going to be out of particle cannons. Maybe 2 contrails with particle cannons is good enough, though. Who needs 3 when 2 will do, right? Maybe I'll test it out, right? We'll just get rid of the old Corsairs, and we'll have 2 contrails with particle cannons. That's still pretty good. It's more just I'd have to spend more time either cheating in particle cannons or moving resources around, which we could do. But I also don't want to have so many that it's obvious that we've gone way overboard. Let's try a couple Merlins, you know? They look kind of neat. So we'll send them to places that have Furies and just keep the weapons. I'm not building more for them or anything. Right. Australia. Unequip. This is partially why I've never bothered, or this is what slows me down from upgrading my air forces, is it really does take a lot of time just moving things around. You know, we've done this pretty much once per phase, and it definitely... It's great once you've got them in there, it's a nice upgrade, but it's a lot of work doing this part. I guess I probably wouldn't complain if I was off camera. It would just be nice, busy work for standard single-player mode, but it's a little different when you're recording and it's like so much base management. And that's probably my biggest problem, is just I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time now that might be driving the viewership away. I don't know. Some of you guys probably like this stuff anyway. The Furies were definitely a good upgrade in Phase 3. It's kind of too bad that they get obsolete so quick. But the double torpedoes are really nice. The Merlins are just considerably better. I wish when you decommissioned them, it just took away all of their... instead of selling their gear with the ship and just deleting it, it just unequipped. It would be better if they just... left, like you sold the ship, the jet, but the gear did not get lost. That's all we really need. What I'm gonna do for now is transfer over the aircraft, the heavy fighters, to B team. Alien, what are they called? UFOs, right. We want to send over these guys. And we can build our first couple heavy interceptors too, now that we've got some fallen alien heavy interceptors. So basically, I've got a fleet of Merlins. I'll test them out against something if I remember. And there's a lot of upgrades we could do. I don't know how much I'll really do, but... Our first interceptor. Now, the question here with these guys also is, do I need particle anti-missiles or not? Or could we get away with not building those? We're gonna run out of alenium here pretty quick. Well, I was always kind of planning to transfer this around, so don't be lazy, Blue. I added some extra alloys and alenium in there a couple episodes ago. Let's move it over. Some of it over. Honestly, this won't even last all that long. If you really start building up like crazy, you'll still run out of this pretty fast, I think. That one mech was 200 alloys. If I built one mech per base, that would have been like 60% of my alloys just gone that I cheated in. So what do you think? No anti-missile system on this guy just to test out if you can just dodge all the missiles, or should we go anti-missile system? The difference is if we go missile system, it'll be a little bit better against total damage. If we... Like, we'll do a little bit more damage to the big ships. A fair bit more damage with warp missiles. But I don't know for sure if it's going to be safe. I think for science, we're going to try warp. Yeah, I'll talk about that at the next break, Luke. I'm going to take a break pretty soon. I can go over what I did. We did a little baby cheat. Rather than grinding and grinding and grinding, you know. Alright, so who gets the heavy interceptors is the big question, I guess. Even more micro? Well, I mean, I'm just curious if it even works. Let's send them to the Soviets, because they've got space, basically. And it's a fairly central location. It's close enough. You're 100% my decision. 100% behind my decision. Yeah. I feel like it was kind of the time for it, you know. All right, I'm gonna build up the stuff for this interceptor, and then we're probably gonna end the episode at this point because we ran out of heavy weapons already. Funny how that works. I mean, I've got the ability to get more, but... Hey, all of our antimatter rifles are done. Yes. I think I meant to build more than a single set of chemical grades. We also have more of those than we were supposed to, technically. You know, we've got extra chemical weapons, chemical grenades, and all that. We should have enough now that I don't really need to build them again. So we'll get all this construction. I'm getting a bunch of smoke grenades, so I don't have to run out of those every single mission. Really, we're probably pretty good now for... We probably don't need to farm too many more missions, unless you just want to do them for fun. Alright, so that gets us our second... heavy interceptor. That's all we would have access to right now. Unless we cheated even crazier. But, you know, this is fine. And relocate to the Soviet Union. See you later, Puff. We got some flash grenades. Getting real excited here building extreme flash grenades. See, if I always had an alloy shortage, I would just never build those ever. Because they almost never work. So It just always seemed like a waste of alloys. It's even worse because I don't think they work, so then I don't even use them. So you're really just flushing the flash grenades down the toilet, or the alloys down the toilet. Who knows? Maybe the tier 4 flash grenades are really good and I should test them out, you know. Alright, this is a good point to break. I've finished all my main queue. We've got a pretty good set of supplies for A-Team right now, which is basically all team. And with our supply of grenades right now, I don't need to really build a whole bunch more. I still could build some explosives. I didn't do those. You know, future tubers, did I ever even show you this? I think I forgot about it. The Advanced Singularity Explosive is the biggest bang, and it is 1400 incendiary damage, which is a lot. But maybe I'll build 1 or 2 of those for the final mission, kind of just blow everything up. The normal Singularity Explosive is still 660, is a lot, but this guy, 1400, that's a big bang. But yeah, I think we've got most of the stuff built I really needed to build. I can still upgrade the air game. You know, one thing I want to build, just to say I built one, I like to see what they can actually equip. I never built the saber. I have a feeling it's a waste of alloys, but that only takes 4 hours. So there's your saber. Oh, it can equip the cannon. So if you want a lighter version of the Devastator, it's faster, 75 time units, you know, a fair bit less HP and less armor, but that's a light version, and it does get the AP cannon. I wasn't sure about that. So that's definitely a perk for it. It's a Phase 4 vehicle. It might be, if you're playing it for your first time, you might not even unlock the Devastator, because this is from data hacks. So getting a definite, like a guaranteed saber would be a straight upgrade from the Scimitar. And the Hyperion wasn't all that good, so being able to get saber, that's not bad. It's pretty cheap, all in all. So I'd say that might be worth it. Just, it's cheaper if you're having a resource shortage. I didn't know it could equip the good weapons, but yeah, if it can equip AP Singularity Cannons, it has the same damage output as the Devastator, and is it actually, one thing that does matter a little bit is the accuracy. It's about the same accuracy as the Devastator. Nothing significantly different. It's 90 versus 85. It gets a little bit more time units. It can probably see a little bit further, a little bit better scout. And the armor is still really high. It's just not as high, that's all. You know, I'm actually kind of mildly impressed with that. Not bad at all. The last time I saw something that says, like light tanks, it can carry machine guns or cannons, was this Savior piece of crap. They can, like other weapons, like other vehicles, can carry machine guns or cannons. But this thing can't use cannons, so this was a trick. Incendiary damage is low. Incendiary armor is low. Yeah, but what deals incendiary damage? The only thing that deals incendiary damage is antimatter that ignores armor anyway. And grenades. But it's still got enough. 70 or 60 grenade armor is good enough, honestly. That's going to make it immune to fire. Enemies, well, I guess there's flame weapons, but I don't know. I don't know if those numbers are true, though. Like, honestly, things that do fire and chemical don't seem to affect the tanks anyway, really. I could be wrong, but I've very rarely seen them beat the incendiary or chemical armor of most tanks, even though they've traditionally had not always very high incendiary chemical armor. But who knows? Maybe I'm just, you know, confirmation bias. Anyway, we're going to end this episode here. We've got our alien fortress ready to go, so that's probably the next mission. So thanks for watching, future tubers. Hope you guys enjoyed. We got some, well, we didn't really do any tech, but we did some fun little construction stuff and had a fun little mission. I'll think about how many more aircraft I want to build. You know, I've got a set of Archelon, that's probably enough. I will probably want to replace all the Corsairs. There's 6 left. And I really doubt I'm going to replace all the Furies. Unless the Merlins turn out to be really good. I will also try to build, before the end of the game, one set of Night Owls. Just to see how they match up. I know they're not as heavy. They don't get the double torpedo. But they get anti-missile plus torpedo. And I believe they're pretty fast. So they might be better against certain endgame giant UFOs that I'm just I don't... I mean, I'm not very good at the air game, clearly, but these things might be fast enough and good enough at turning compared to a normal bomber that you can just evade some of the nasty, you know, giant lasers the UFOs get. Anyway, I'll try to build a little bit to show them off once or twice, and then we'll try to wrap up the game. So thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and have a great day.